Okay, we are discussing. So why Python, and also why Python becoming very popular, very popular. And further, here I discussed, different versions, how to download, how to install, and also versions, download and installation of Python software, right? And various versions of Python software, versions of Python software I shown to you, right? So like all these I covered in the last class. Now see sir, just before going to today's class, just let me repeat 5 minutes, sir, once again. So what is Python here? It is a programming language, or it is a scripting language. Presently Python is one of the famous and leading programming language by comparing to other programmings like C language, C++, Java, okay, maybe, right? Like we have different programmings by comparing to all this. So Python is one of the most popular and also leading programming language it is. Okay, so presently Python we are using in a in various areas to develop the different applications. Okay, we are using the Python. So Python we are using, Python we are using in a artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, internet of things. Python coding we also can use for web development. Python we can use for desktop applications, to design desktop applications. Okay, like in all areas we are using what here? Python. That's why Python is becoming very popular. So Python is easy to learn, easy to understand, and also easy to design the applications. Okay, easy to design the applications by comparing to other programmings. Okay, that is what. And presently even developers also learning this Python scripting or Python coding, because they need to update their existing projects, like Java developers, .NET developers, all these people also learning what here? Python, because they want to update their existing projects there. That's why they are also learning what here? Python, because Python also supports to update the existing projects which has been developed using some other technologies like Java technology, .NET technology, or any other PHP technology, and so on, like that. Okay, these are all are different reasons why Python is becoming very popular. Okay, using this Python we are going to design the different applications, sir. Different applications, right? Next, here we can download and install the Python software, okay, through one official website. I said that website is python.org. You can go there and directly you can find that link button is there. You can simply download. You also can see the various versions of the Python in that website. Basically these versions, Python software versions are classified into three series. Basically three series: 1.x series, 2.x series, next what year? 3.x series. Like that, total Python softwares are available in three series, sir. 1.x series. Okay, this is totally expired. 1.x represent here 1.0, 1.1. Okay, so 1.x refers here what? 1.0, 1.1, then 1.2, and so on. So we had in the past, but presently this is totally expired. This totally expired. You cannot find this. 1.x where in the website also. Okay, right. Now, so actually this 1.x presently we don't use. We don't talk about the Python 1.x here. it is approximately, it is released when in the year of 1994, sir. Okay, it is released in the year of 1994. Which one? 1.0 version of Python. 1.0 version of Python released in the year of 1994. So first public release of Python is when, sir? Here, you know that is in the year of 1991. This is the first public release of what? Python, sir. So first public release of Python. So development started in the year of 1989, just 2 years under development. So Python was 2 years under development. You know, by comparing to other, like other programmings like Java, .NET, if you try to observe development and also release date like that, if you try to observe the duration, you'll be having more, maybe 4 years, 5 years, sometimes 6 years, maybe having. But you observe, if you observe here, Python means you observe 1989 they started and released in the year of 1991. Just 2 years. Just 2 years. That's it. It is a very less time, you know, very less time. Sometimes, generally, if you talk, a project may take some years. A large project may take some years here, generally. But here, a new technology or a new programming is introduced within 2 years only. Because it is very easy. It's very easy. It is simplified. Okay, while you are learning, you are going to understand all this. Okay, how much it is simple also. Development also simple here. Okay, our we are going to write our own program. Those are also simple. Everything is simple, sir. Even tomorrow, if you go for, for example, web developer, Django code also very simple. Django code, Django flow, Django projects, everything is simple, sir. Okay, right. Now, like that here, development started in the year of 1989 and first public release was in the year of 1991. Later, different versions like 1.x series 1.0 is released in the year of 1994, but presently it is expired. It is not available here. It is not available here. Okay, right. Next, 2.x series is there. In this, you will be having 2.0, 2.1, and so on. Presently, 2.7 is available. This is the current version. This 2.0 version is released in the year of what? 2000, sir. In the year of 2000. 2000, right? Next, in the 3.x series. So presently, it is available. 2.x is available. It is available. Presently, we can use this one also. But mostly we don't prefer this 2.x here, okay, because we have latest one, that is 3.x series. In this you can find 3.0, 3.1, okay, 3.2 and 3.2 and so on and so on. Presently 3.9 is going on. In that also you have a subversion, 3.9.5 is going on, sir. Okay, this 3.0 or this 3.x series is released in the year of 2008, sir. 2008. This 3.9 is released recently, just okay, just few weeks back. But this 3.x series is introduced in the year of 2008. I mean 3.0, 2008, sir. Okay, this 3.9 whatever we are using presently now, this is released just a few weeks back like that. Okay, that is, these are all what here different versions of what here Python software. Presently we are using the 2.x and also 3.x. Mostly which one means 3.x only. 3.x only. We have some differences between this 2.x, 3.x. I will discuss further. But here if you try to download the 2.x here, that won't support 3.x. If you try to download 3.x, that won't support for 2.x series. Okay, these two are independent. These two are what here independent, sir. Okay, now. So you don't think that suppose if I try to download 3.9, okay, so you won't get the features from 2.0 to 3.9. No, you will get only from where 3.0 to 3.9 you will get, sir. If you try to download what 3.9 or 3.9.5. you will get the features from 3.0 to 3.9.5, but you won't get the features of 2.x series. Observe, this is very important point. Same way, if you try to download 2.7, you will get only which features here, 2.0 to 2.0 to 2.7 only you will get, but not 3.x series features. This is very important point you have to remember here. But however, suppose here we also have some tools to convert whatever the application we design in 2.x, we also can convert into 3.x like that. Some tools are available for that. Okay, that is starting not required. If any day you require, you also can do that. It is possible, sir. Okay, that is. Now, okay, yeah, yesterday I showed how to download the software and how to install, right? Installation is nothing, sir, very easy. After downloading, yesterday I said how to download the software. Okay, by going to that site is what, sir? Python.org. Simply you can go for download Python. So directly you have a button, then you can click on that button, sir. By default, you can click here. First of all, you no need to worry more here. You can just click here. Nothing is there. For Windows, you can click here, sir. If you have other OS here, Linux, Unix, Mac, you can go for these links. So once if you click here, automatically downloads. Now after downloading, we have to install that. Now how to install? Just look at here. After installation, how can we find our system is having the software or not? Okay, like all this I'm going to show now. So once if you download, maybe in my system downloads, okay. Maybe, sir, wait a second, maybe I have that software already in my system. I have a Python. So once if you download, you will get one file. Let me show that file is what here for you. I will show 1 second. Yeah, so Python. Yeah, sir. So you can you can download at least 3.7, sir. 3.72 you can download anything. Installation of all these softwares are common. 3.7 or 3.9, so all these are common, sir. Installation is common. Yeah, so in my system already I installed. So let me show the screenshots for that. I show the screenshots for that, so you can understand. Only one screen is important. So one screen is important. Let me show that one for you. Look at here. Now once if you go for so downloads here, observe, you can find like this, sir. Like one file you will get after downloading this type of file you will get, Python file. Okay, now once if I click here, then what happens means you will get one dialog box. Now I am showing the installation. Okay, after downloading, then you will get this file. Okay, I shown how to download. You can go to that website python.org, click on that button, automatically you will get this type of file. Okay, then for installation you have to double click on this file. So double click on this file, then you will get this type of what dialog box here. This type of dialog box you will get. Now here you have to just click on what here, run, sir. Click on what here, run. Okay, now once if you click on run, okay, let me show the screenshot. Next screenshots or what I will show here. Just look at here. So now see, sir, first whenever you click on that icon, okay, the file, Python file, then you will get what, this dialog box. Click on the run. click on the run, then you will get one what screen, sir. This is only important. Remaining or nothing. Only this screen is important. That may be any software. I mean any version 3.7 or 3.8 or 3.9. Common. You will get common screens. Now here what you have to do means, here for installation purpose, what to do means, you can choose either the location. This is by default C drive. In your computers, you'll be having the C drive, D drive, like that, right? By default, it is going to show the location. If you choose this option, where the Python software is going to install, okay, it is going to show you the path by default. So if you want to install in this location, then you can click here. This is C drive, but commonly all the softwares are going to install in the C drive only. So it is better to choose this one only. Suppose in some cases, sir, I do not want C drive. I want to install in the other drives. Then at the time you can go for what here? Customize installation, sir. Customize installation. Okay. So there, whenever you choose customize installation, suppose I it is going to show something other drives like D drive, E drive in the system. You can choose one drive. In that you can create one folder. You know how to create folder, right? In that you can create folder. Then you can install there. Over. So generally we follow only this one mostly. Okay. In some cases, in the C drive is full means, at the time you can go for this one also. Okay, na? Right. So first of all, suppose if I choose this one, assume I choose this one, then later observe in the below we have two options. It is required, sir. It is required. You make these tick marks. Choose this both. Okay, na? So why we have to select these two, I will discuss later. Okay, na? Because starting you may not understand. So here actually you can read out why these are required. Install launcher for all users. They are saying that recommended. Actually it is recommended, but for your own system, I mean in your personal computer or laptop, in your own if you want to do, actually it is not required. But in companies it is required. Okay, now so this is optional, but it is better to choose. Okay. Next one is what means here, add Python 3.7, or if you choose 3.9 here, if you install 3.9, they will get add Python 3.9 to the path settings are required. Okay, because to identify these Python commands or Python instructions by our operating system, we need to set some we need to set the path, sir. That automatically set it whenever you choose what here, this option. That's why it is better to select these two, sir. Okay, now it is for adding the path. Okay, we need to add the path. Suppose if you take Java, sir, after installation of the Java software, you have to set the path. Manually you have to set. But if you want to do that manually, it will take the time. Path setting means again that is additional task to you if you go for Java and any other programming. But whereas in the Python means they already automatically what happened, they are saying that just please choose this one. You don't need to do manual path setting. They are saying that. That's why it is better to select this one, so that automatically, okay, path is going to set, sir. Okay, right. So if anybody don't understand this one very clearly, nothing, sir, no need to worry about that. Okay, so but that's why you can just choose this one. Nobody will not ask what is this path setting, all this, nobody will not ask. By default, if you choose this one, it is better for you. Okay, now so path settings and user recommended, if you don't understand anybody, I will explain for them very clearly. That much of not required for you. Okay, but it is better to choose these two here. Suppose already if any people are having the idea about earlier who already worked with some Java, they may having some idea about the path setting and all those. If anybody don't have idea about path setting, no need to worry about that. Okay, just you can make the tick marks here. Okay, then after that, after selecting all this, then automatically what happens means, okay, then that is going to install. So next, that is going to install here. Automatically is going to install. Okay, then finally After installation, then you will get what? One dialog box, that is setup was successful, like that. Setup was successful. Okay, in that way, okay, you can install Python software. Python software. That is the only 4 screens you can get. Four screens only. This is the first screen. This is the first one. You can click on run. You have to double click here. So if you double click here, you will get this dialog box. Then click on run. This is the first screen. Okay. Then next screen is this is only very important. That's it. Whatever I said just now. The second screen. This is second screen. This is okay. Common for every software. This is a third screen. This is a third screen. That's it. And then this is a fourth screen you will get. This is a fourth screen you will get, sir. That's it, sir. Very simple. Very simple. Okay, now in that way we can download and install the Python software, sir. Now after this, sir, how to check Python installed successfully or not? Okay, all this how to check, sir. Now see, then just let me close this. Now what I do means, okay, do one thing. If you want to check, what you do means, in my laptop I have Windows 8 or Windows 10, almost okay, same. I mean, in the view it is same almost. Okay, so what I do, you can go for command prompt. Okay, Windows button, command prompt, you can search for CMD. Now we are checking Python installed properly or not in our system or laptop. How to check that I am showing. Okay, now here command prompts are in the search box. Command prompt, you can choose this one. This is a DOS command prompt. Okay, this is a DOS command prompt. Every system it is available. Okay, now every system it is available, sir. Okay, that's why. So you can choose this one. After this, here you can type one command, sir. What does that means? Just let me type Python. That's it, sir. Observe here. If you type Python, yeah, in my laptop I have 3.9 only. 3.9 here. 3.9.0 I have. Okay, now so if you get like this means, okay, Python is installed successfully. Python is installed what, sir? Successfully. Okay, now that's it. In that way you can type this word, sir, Python, sir. So now see, let me close this. Can I check with capital there? Can we try here? Can I type that command capital? Shall we check like that? We'll try Python, because some people may ask this type of doubts later. That's why I'm showing here only. Python, initially I typed only small letters, right? Let me type capital. We'll try. What happened? Yeah, still you will get. Okay, there is no doubt at all. You can also type with a capital or small, sir, here. So automatically you are going to connect to Python here. Okay, in that way you can check, sir, Python available or not. I mean, Python installed or not, or available or not in your system. Okay, after few days or after few months or after few years also, if you want to check Python is available in your system also, you can check like this. In the companies also it is required. In which system you have Python, means you have to check like this. So automatically it will show the what year version also, 3.9.0 something, whatever version is there, whatever the version software you downloaded installed here, that is going to show here. In that way you have to check, sir. It is important. Okay, sometimes. So otherwise instead of going to this command prompt, you also can check like that. Observe, you also can check like this, sir. Now what I do, yeah, you can search here for, you can type here Python, sir, here in the search box, Python. Observe, you also can do like this. Here you are getting, observe, two options you are getting. So what are the two options here? These are right side. You observe, sir. I am just drawing here. Okay, here Python 3.9. Okay, 64-bit. Otherwise, you also can identify this one. If you get like this also, Python installed. Python is there in your system. Its meaning. Okay, you also can open from here. Okay, let me show what is this one and what is this one, sir. What is the difference between these two? Okay, let me explain very clearly. We have small difference here. So now see, let me open any one of these. 1 second. Observe, sir, it is very important. Let me choose IDLE. Okay, IDLE, let me choose. So IDLE stands for, observe, sir, IDLE stands for, because here I opened IDLE, right? So IDLE stands for what? Integrated Development Language Environment. Okay, IDLE stands for Integrated Development Language Environment. Okay, so this is a IDLE. Using this, what we do means we are going to write the programs. It is just like one type of editor, sir. It is for development of our applications. It will provide one environment, development language environment to write the Python programs, and also to run the Python programs. Okay, this is inbuilt is there. You will get automatically whenever you open this option. I said just now, you can type here Python. Okay, automatically you are getting, sir. These automatically available. So whenever you install what Python, sir, whenever you install Python, automatically these are available, sir. You no need to install separately. Okay, now. So once if you click here, then you are getting this one, right? You are getting this one. Okay, now this is what? This is called here Python shell, sir. Python shell. You also can find this one here. You also can find here Python 3.9.0 shell. Okay, now here you can type some small instructions. Let me type some instructions, sir. Assume I want to print one small message here. So print is a function. So print is what here? It is a function. It is a predefined function in the Python. It is for printing purpose we use. Let me print something here. Welcome to Python programming. Like that I'm typing. Okay, something instruction you can type, some statement or instructions here. After typing, sir, after typing here, press enter button. Press enter button. Then immediately what happens is here you will get the result, output. Output you will get. Okay. Next, you also can do same. You also can start typing one more like that continuously, no problem. Let me type something called this is Venu like that. Observe, press enter button, then you are getting what here? Result here, output you are getting. Okay, same way, assume x equal to 10 is there. Print x, then you will get what here? X value 10. Okay, you also can do something calculation, x plus x or x. Okay, x plus x means you will get what? 20. Like that, this type of simple operations you can do using this what Python shell. Okay, using this Python shell you can do, sir. So okay, generally in Python we have two modes are there. Two ways you can write the Python program. Generally the modes are what means, let me here discuss. Observe, see here, two modes are available in Python to write what? To write Python instructions. To write and execute, not only write here, to write and execute. Python instructions. Okay, two modes are available in Python to write and execute what? Python instructions. Okay, what are the two modes here? Look at first mode is what means interactive mode. Sir. Second mode is what means batch mode. Don't confuse here. Slowly you can understand, sir. Very first time, you may listen this type of words. That's why first time you may feel some difficulty. Maybe some people, not all, some people. But once if you repeat, once if you practice all these, nothing, sir, nothing. Okay, generally anybody feels some first time just difficult, so you can habitude within few days, sir, because daily we are going to interact with these two modes daily. Once if you start programming, daily we are going to use, almost depends on requirement. Okay, that's why you will never get any confusion also. Okay, so first time we are opening, and first time I'm showing that you may feel something small, maybe confusion or difficulties, but nothing is there here. Okay, now just look at here. So what is the meaning of this interactive mode? Interactive mode, nothing, sir. It is a Python shell. Just now whatever I open, Python shell means you can receive this interactive mode through Python shell. Just now I opened this one only. This is called here Python shell. Okay, this is the interactive mode. Okay, if you want to work with interactive mode, then you have to use your Python shell. Sir, what is the meaning of this interactive mode? Means, observe, in the Python shell, what we are doing, we are typing one instruction like this. It is one instruction. Then we are pressing enter button. Then you are receiving the output. Like the same way, again, immediately you are typing one more instruction, right? Again, you are pressing the enter button. Then you are receiving the output. Like the same way, you are giving the input and receiving the output. Giving the input and receiving the output. Input, output, like that. This is what means here interactive mode, sir. Just like interaction. How you people are going to interact with each other? How the people are going to interact with each other? Like the same way here also, we are going to interact with the Python software. Something input we are giving, the software is producing the output. Like that is called here interaction. That's why it is called here interactive mode. This interactive mode, okay, we can open with what here, using this Python shell, sir. That's it. And generally, observe where this is helpful, sir. Generally, okay, generally see, this is mostly we use if you want to test, or if you want to execute, or test single instruction of the Python, like single one statement. Mostly quickly if you want to test any Python code, then you can go for what here, Python shell. Maybe in the real time it may be helpful for testing purpose. You can test any Python instructions. Okay, that for that purpose we use this Python shell, sir. Python shell. Okay, basically it is for testing some Python instructions, or you can execute single or small instructions here. That's it. And here once if we close here, see, sir, here if I close, you may not recollect these instructions. Okay, now you may not recollect these instructions, and also you can't modify this. Can I modify? I will try to modify. Yeah, see, you can't modify here. I am trying to pressing the backspace here. It is unable to move. Okay, so that's why these are what here. This is actually temporary purpose. We use this only to perform some temporary tasks. Sir, I do not want to save any Python instructions. I want to check something instructions. Temporarily, I want to check. If you have such type of requirement, you can go for this Python shell. It is easy. Okay, now once if we close here, observe, once if we close, if I close here, then what happens means whatever we typed up to now, you can't recollect, sir. These won't be saved. These won't be saved. That's it. That is what means here interactive mode. Okay, this interactive mode, okay, you can get through what here Python shell only. Just now I shown. Not only that, interactive mode you also can get how one more way also. Just now I shown here. We also can open different ways. I will show that. Python. You see, you also have one more option right here. You can find here second one. You also can open here also. If you open this, only Python shell you will get here. Observe. 1 minute, sir. Yeah. Now click here. This is what. But here you are getting what here? Black screen, black and white. Okay, now that is a small difference. If small difference are there, I will show later. Initially, what is the difference? All these not required. Later, slowly in my programming, sometimes I'll use this one or sometimes I'll use that one. Anything I may use, depends on my requirement or depends on your requirement. You can use anything. There are multiple alternate solutions are available here. So you also can use here also, sir. Suppose see print, okay. So this is Venu, sir. This is Venu, something like, okay. Enter. Same. X equal 10. Same. X print. Sir, directly also you can print. You no need to use what here print to print the variable value or something value like this. So directly also you can print X value here. Okay, now see here. I did not use any printer. Here are previous, whatever I shown, ideally. Same. Separately, you know it is here print in this case. Okay, like y equal to some 5. We can also do x plus y is what? X is what? 10. Okay, y is what here? 5. X plus 5. The result will get what? 15 like that. 15 like that. Okay, like that. In that way also you can open what here? Python shell, sir. Python shell. Okay, means that is what here interactive mode. Okay, that's it. This is actually black screen. Earlier one is a white screen. I shown that. Difference is there. I will show. What is the difference between this one and that one? I will show that. Okay, I'll show later. Not now. Just I'm showing that. Once if you download and install the Python software, what you will get, okay, in your system I'm showing. In that what you do I'm showing later. So difference is what here what we write here what they write, everything very clearly. Slowly you are going to understand. Now first of all I'm showing some roughly here. Okay, close this one. Now next is what batch mode. Okay, next is what here batch mode, sir. So what is this batch mode? Batch means what generally? So batch means what here generally? Batch means group, sir, or set of instructions. Set of instructions or set or group is called generally batch. That's why here batch mode means here we are going to write set of instructions at a time. How, sir? Let me open that once again. Observe. Same. You can just type Python. You can type Python. So first one only ideally you can open, sir. Ideally. Okay, only this one here. Ideally. Now here observe. Again you are getting Python shell, right? Now you can find here file menu. Find here file menu. Okay, now click here. You can open what? New file. Open new file. Yeah, you are getting one file. Observe. You are getting one file here. This file is what means here. This is called what batch mode, sir. Okay, now whatever you are looking, this area, this total area is what means here batch mode. Here you can type instructions. Observe here how to do means same, sir. Let me write same instruction. I'm typing here. Same instructions, whatever I typed earlier in the interactive mode, same I am typing here also. Okay, then what is the difference you are going to observe? Okay, now see, let me write welcome to Python. Welcome to Python, sir. Okay, only one statement I am typing. Now here if you want to execute this, Okay, you have to save, sir. Save this. Let me save. Control S. You also can use shortcut keys. Save here. Control S. I am choosing the desktop to save, sir. Desktop I am choosing. Here I am saving. You have to save something. I mean, you have to save that file with something name, sir. Let me give something. First program. Just something, sir. Something name. First program dot py, like that. .py is the Python file extension you have to give. Okay. Then after that, you can just click on what here, save. Click on save. I am saving where means on the desktop. On the desktop. Okay. On desktop I am saving. You can click on save. Click on save. I saved, sir. On the desktop it is available. First program.py. If want, you can go and see that file is available like this. Observe. This is a file I saved. You can look at our Python files like this. Logo. Okay, now this is saved here. After that, what you do means we have to run the program. We have to run the program, sir. To run the program, very simple, sir. Here run menu is there, you can find. Run menu is there by default. Okay, you can click on run menu. Here run module. Run module. You also can use a shortcut key F5. F5 side it is appearing. You can look at side it is appearing. You also can click F5 key you can click, or else you can click here also. I am clicking here only. Click. That's it. Welcome to Python. Welcome to Python. Now like that, what I do means here, what we done here, we have written the what statements. Not only one statement, you can also take multiple statements. Let me take Python by Venu Gopal Chari, like I am taking Python by Venu Gopal Chari, and okay, let me take the Python, right? Python. Okay, now let me take something is called Python is easy. Like that, I am taking what multiple statements. I am taking here multiple statements. Now save. Already I saved. Once again, Control S. Control S. So automatically that is going to save in the existing file only. That is first program.py. Save. Then same. Run. That's it. All these three lines are three statements executed at a time, because here we have written, after that we saved, then we executed. That's why it is called what, this is called what, batch mode, sir. Batch mode. Batch means what? Batch means here set of statements or group of statements is called here batch. In the interactive mode, what we done? In the interactive mode, there we have typed one instruction, we press enter button, like one instruction we press enter button, like that. Interactive mode. Okay, now that is only for testing purpose we use mostly in the real time, but however we also can use in our programming. Don't worry, I will use daily. Okay, but here batch mode, what we are doing here, it is offering a separate file for Python. We are writing set of instructions and we are saving, then we are running, like that. You can save these files in your system anywhere you want, then you can use in the future also. In the future also you can use them. Okay, that is what. So it is just like a simple editor, sir. Batch mode is just like a simple editor. Okay, like Notepad, Notepad plus, Edit plus, Eclipse is different. Here Eclipse, okay, PyCharm later. Okay, like this is a simple editor. This simple editor to write our Python program, to write and execute Python program. Understanding? Okay, in that way you can write, save and execute Python programs. Which mode, sir? Which mode? Batch mode. Generally this is what Python file, actually Python file. Whatever I opened just now, that is what this is a Python file, sir. Python file. Okay, so that is what these are the two modes are available to write and execute our Python program. Depends on requirement, you can use. Clear, everybody? I think so. Everywhere clear about these two modes. And one more thing, generally, one more advantage is there here. You observe whenever you go for Java or otherwise, .NET, if you want write your programs, you have to use either Notepad or you have to install separate what editor like this. You have to install a separate editor, or else you have to use Notepad. But Python people, what they are doing is they are giving themselves only. This is comes from where? Python software only. We did not install separately. Observe. This will come along with what? Python software. Just now today we what installed what this software. Along with this software, you are receiving this what this ideally, sir. This ideally. Understood? This editor you are getting to write and execute our Python programs. You don't need to install a separate editors or separate some other tools. But if want, you can use. There are so many are there. Like PyCharm is there, Artami is there. You also can use some other Notepad also you can use, but Notepad that much of not good for Python. Python programs you can write in Notepad, but it is very, very, very bad to write programs in the Notepad, because I will show the reason is what. You will get very difficult if you write the Python programs in the Notepad. We can write in the Notepad also, possible, but it's difficult. Why difficult? I will show further. I will show all this. Okay, now that's it. So this is about, sir, modes of Python. Okay, now different ways we can what write the Python program, sir. Clear, everybody? Right. This is today's class, sir. Now tomorrow we continue with one more concept. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day.